What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the P&B show with Brennan and Peyson, and today we have a special guest. Actually happens to be an old friend of mine that we've just come back into
Way
contact.
back.
Way back.
Way back.
Way
I
back.
remember the birthday parties at Weston Olson's house, and
yeah.
So basically, I was in Sean's kindergarten class, and I think that was it, right? That was the only class.
That's the last time I remember.
That was the only time I think we even really ever went to school together. And
Absolutely, yeah.
Whatever, 15 years later.
Yeah.
Just about.
So awesome. So it's been
crazy,
super
man.
cool though that we've been able to get back in touch with you, and we're super excited to have
Absolutely,
you.
yeah.
So
glad to be on, guys.
For joining
Thank
us.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So well, it was cool because I know I told you, Sean and I met because I work at Starbucks, and
right. Well, I was out in San
Starbucks,
Diego,
and I was like, Sean. I was like, Sean,
and I was like, who's this? Like,
who is this guy?
It honestly took me a minute. I was like, wait,
I bet.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy, man.
That's awesome.
I need my coffee fix.
Hey, that's why I work.
We all
there,
do, right?
I need my coffee fixed.
That's awesome.
So yeah, and then ended up finding.
Well, yeah, and then I get a text while I'm at school in San Diego, like, "Hey, do you remember Sean Laymen?" I'm like, "Yes, I know that name." And then I totally remember. I was like, "Dude, that is crazy."
It's nuts, man. Like it's crazy. I'm so glad that we were all able to reconnect, and we all have the same common interest, which is nuts. What are the odds?
Well, yeah, that's what makes it so cool, because how many other people do we really know that are that into what we do? And that's what's so cool about Sean is he's just as into this, or even more than what I would say I am. So like, it's super cool because now Sean and I are bouncing stuff back off of each other all the time.
Oh yeah,
like even
it's like
the other day,
weekly thing.
Yeah, the other day I was like, hey, when we go play golf, we need to start talking to other people on whatever we get real estate wise. We gotta,
I'm ready, dude. We gotta get our golf game.
We need to hit the links, man. Come on.
We do. Oh, yeah. We do.
All right. So Sean, so how did you get into real estate? How did you get started in what you're doing? Tell your whole story from like how it started to like.
Yeah,
so
not everyone knows that about you. So yeah, just kind of give us your background on
Absolutely, yeah. So basically, right when I turned 16, 17 years old, thereabouts, I was like, all right, I need to make some money. Like, I got to put some money away. No one really helps me out. Pretty much doing my own thing over here. And so I started working there, and I never did a cash register before. Wasn't really into talking to people. I was actually quite shy when I started working. And then I got really comfortable just kind of talking with people, like relating with people. And it kind of escalated from there. I stopped working there about 1 year after I started. I started working for Marshalls. And there, we were engaging people with credit cards, stuff like that.
Right.
And I was like a top performer there. I loved it. And
that's awesome.
I found a bone for sales that I never knew I had, which was crazy. And sure enough, one day some guy comes through my line and he goes, we were just chatting, small talk. And, I gave him my little credit card pitch, and he goes, yeah, you ever consider like doing sales? And I was like, honestly, I've never, ever considered it. Not a career I was really looking into. And he goes, yeah, why don't you come down to the ADT office one day, and we'll give you a tryout. We'll see how you do. Sure enough, one day, head down there, got in, and studied my pitch. Only took me about 2.5, 3 hours. And next day I was out hitting doors, 200 doors a day. And here we are, man.
That's awesome.
It's nuts. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, and hitting doors, that's definitely going to break you in real fast. Like if anything's going to break you into that, obviously, like that being scared of talking to people. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. All those no's that you have to get just for that one yes.
For sure.
It's a great way to start. It's a rough way to start.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Door to door is one of the hardest sales, I would say, in my opinion, out there to do. It's just getting on the pavement, hitting 200 doors a day. You don't know what's behind the next door. You don't know if you're safe. You really don't
know if a dog's gonna jump out at you.
I don't know if you watched our podcast that we had with our guy Todd.
Yeah, I was listening to it.
Yeah, so he was saying the same thing, but when he was a kid, he was raised Jehovah's Witness, and so he knocked door to door like growing up every day as a kid. So
for sure,
it's pretty funny that's the way that ended up happening. But yeah, he explained it to us that way, and the way that, just putting yourself out there, knocking door to door and
honestly,
seeing all these people face to face and doing it hands on. Yeah. It's a great way to get experience.
You just have to put the work in, honestly. And that was the hardest part is, you hit 50 doors, you get 50 no's, and you got to go to the next one with a smile on your face, a better attitude. And you can't carry it on your back because, some guy just said, screw off. And then I can't take that to the next door. The guy's not going to buy my product.
Yeah.
It's about the relationship and how you can't carry your emotions in sales, throughout your day.
No, you got to move on and you got to keep going. Well, and that's like, absolutely. I know I've said it in the past, but you're one no closer to a yes. Like that's how you got to see it. It's a numbers game. It is. It's a total numbers game. Mm-hmm. So, where did you go from ADT?
So from ADT, I was actually out in Las Vegas. Ended up moving back out here to Palm Springs, and I transferred with my job marshals just to keep, some kind of pay in my pocket. And as soon as I came out here, about 2 months, I got a email in my inbox saying, hey, my name's blah, blah, blah. We'd like you to join our company. This is what we do. So took the call, and turns out got an interview for a sales rep position inside. I don't know if you guys have been in Target, see the people wearing the black shirts. It's like the opposite, the red, the black shirts, white circle. Yeah. Basically, we're responsible for the Verizon, the AT&T phones, stuff like that, the salespeople in there.
Right.
So I went ahead. I interviewed for a representative position. It's pretty low on the totem pole as far as like sales go. And I went in for the rep position, sat down, talked to my now boss for about an hour. And he goes, you're not sales rep material. You're more of like a lead. So he threw me into what's now the Palm Springs store. And I've been managing that store it'll be a year tomorrow.
Wow.
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
You're not cut out for this low sales position. We'll just let you, let you manage this.
I know, right? I was like, it was kind of sketchy at first, honestly. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle this. This is my second sales job.
I'm sure, yeah.
That's awesome, though.
It's a little intimidating, but, yeah. You have to go out of your comfort zone if you want to move forward.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, and how did doing sales like that then lead into real estate?
So for real estate, for me, for the longest time, I was reading Grant Cardone. Been Cardone Capital.
Look at my head. Look at my head.
Yep, right there. Go invest. So I was reading his books for the longest time and talking about like wealth, how to build wealth, the 10X rule, stuff like that. Just basic success rules, like things that can lead you to the next level. So I was getting into that kind of stuff, as well as Robert Kiyosaki. If you guys ever read Freakonomics, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in all of those books, and almost any book you find, and really if you talk to any person that's made a couple mil in, the past decade, they'll tell you they've made it in at least some of it in real estate. So like, okay, this is interesting. How can I make that? How can I do that for myself? So with that being said, I picked up a couple of Grant Cardone's real estate books, and I was looking at multi-home investing, apartment investing, an agent, stuff like that. And, I made a little game plan in my head. I go, okay, I'm going to be an agent for however long I can fund not being an agent. So that means how much money am I going to have to make in this amount of time so I can hop out of not working at all, buy property that gives me passive income each month to where I can go do whatever I want and I don't have to worry. I don't have to do it in 5 minutes.
Does that not sound like exactly what I've told you for the past?
That sounds like exactly what comes out of your mouth every day.
That's what's so crazy is I literally word for word have said that now for how long.
Exactly.
And then we get to re-meet each other and we have literally almost the exact same idea. So
exactly. It's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So with the whole real estate thing for me, it's not been like, okay, I want to be an agent. I want to be around people. I want to be these guys that are, the white-haired old dudes still showing people houses at 65. No, I want to be 40 on a beach in Mexico making my money. That's always been my goal. Always been my goal.
Right.
I'm
pretty sure that's this guy. I mean, obviously I want to be there too. I don't have the same exact passion y'all have for real estate specifically, but I know that's where we all want to be. So
yeah, that's where, absolutely. And I think that's where we're all heading with the way we're doing things and the way we're working and the stuff we're constantly learning. Like, I mean, I know I'm trying to read and just soak in as much as I can. I'm constantly asking people different things, and people are giving me different numbers. Like we have a new coworker, and his brother's actually in real estate, and he's getting into real estate investing. And
another coworker is an actual realtor.
Yeah, and then I just met a friend last weekend, and they have friends that are in real estate that do like real estate developing and more real estate investing.
It's crazy.
It's crazy who you could meet and who you could talk to, and
it's all about talking to people.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I mean, obviously, like connections and working with someone you can't do things by your own, but then you also have to take the initiative to go out and meet those people and go out and do those things. Like it's both ways. Like you can't do everything by yourself, but you do have to be able to you have to be willing to go out and go door knock or go call 200 people a day or
get out of your comfort zone at some level.
Yeah. At some level, whether it's even if it's just meeting people in your same career path and just talking to them,
but the cool thing is that if you make that something that's consistent, and that if you make it a habit, it's going to be something that, you get to the point to where you're not ever out of your comfort zone when you're doing it. Yeah. So now you're doing something that is making you a ton of money, and you're totally 100% comfortable doing it.
Now, like I started out, I remember
then life is good.
Starting out wholesaling, I hated calling people. I was terrified. It's funny because a lot of people say this too. First time I called someone, I was praying they didn't pick up. I was literally praying they did not pick up. And
that's how I felt when I first started making phone calls.
It's just scary.
Yeah, no, for sure. You're just dreading that person's voice on the phone and having to.
Because what's the worst thing they can say?
Yeah,
worst thing they can say, guys.
No.
The worst thing they can say is no, and you're never going to have to talk to them again after that.
Exactly. And if they say something like F off, it's honestly funnier than it's funny.
We get a good laugh out of that too.
I could speak to that, honestly.
What did I get called?
A letrous viper.
A letrous viper.
Have you ever heard that? You know what a letrous viper is?
Never. I've been called a lot of things, but that's not one of them.
Yeah, that was the first. Letrous viper was the first.
That's insane. But like, I could totally speak to that whole like fear of like making that phone call and whatnot. Because I remember it was the first time I was out in like what they call the field and door to door, which is pretty much anywhere outside the office.
Yeah.
At the time, my sales manager, thank God, he was a super cool guy. He had to go with me to knock my first couple of doors. So I was like frightened to go up there. I'm like, what's gonna happen? You never know.
Yeah.
But after you do a couple, and then you start doing it on your own, you start building your own self-confidence, and no one can hold your hand the whole way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, and that's what's so cool. So I know. So Sean and I both are obviously working on getting our real estate license. We've both been held up now, due
because
to
of COVID.
But I think
what's
crazy is,
gotta love it.
But I mean, what's crazy is, I mean, as soon as we get out of this, I feel like it's just going to be
it's going to be, I can't even put words to it, because it's going to be think of it as a level playing field, right? So you have the superstars up here, you have the top performers, you have the people that just got their license. Now it's all going to be right here, here. There's going to be the same amount of leads. There's going to be the same amount of this, same amount of that. It's all going to be level. So it's going to be a wonderful way to start out for like you and me. Brennan, if you get your license, anybody that gets their license now.
I've been telling him.
I'm considering
he should.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was the plan before I moved. Peyson was getting me all. What is that? I can't see.
Is that the real estate principles?
There it is.
You got to pick these up.
I have those all online. I don't have them. I don't have the hard copies of them, but
yeah, no. I mean, that was the plan when I was in San Diego. Peyson, I got a call from Peyson, and he was like, "Got to get on this with me, bro. Got to get your license." And so that was the plan, and then all this stuff went down. So obviously, I've had some time to consider it. So I'm leaning towards it.
Good.
It'll be cool.
Yeah, it's just the things like with Corona and like everything going on. Like me being in sales, I just did 8 hours today, and in sales in a retail environment where all this is going down. It's the people out there right now, like just like your prospects, your clients, your other people. Everyone's on edge. So me as a salesperson, me as a sales leader for my team and whatnot, which is, only a few people, but even for that, I have to say to myself, like, okay, you need to approach this with caution. It can't be like, hey, I got good deals. Come over here right now. It's like, hey, are you affected by this? How's everything been? How's your family?
Right.
I hope this message is reaching you well. Stuff like that. But you can't be attacking it like we were back when all this wasn't happening. And I feel like going forward, even after this, it's going to be a whole lot more of that. It's going to be more.
Oh, no, it's not going to go back to how things were.
Absolutely. That personal connection is going to be way more valuable now than it ever was, because they're going to have to feel comfortable with you and the environment and everything else, even when you're showing houses, cars, whatever it may be.
Absolutely. It's going to change the game.
But
yeah,
it's changing the game.
Sure. Chances are, for sure.
Well, that's even like when we're sending out, we send out mass text messages, and when we send them out at the end of every message, we're saying stay safe right now. Because obviously a lot of people are either greatly affected by this or not, or freaked out by this, and they have
struggling financially because of it. People are struggling on all sorts of fronts.
35 million people are unemployed right now.
Yeah,
crazy. That's a crazy number, especially considering where we were before this all happened.
Yeah, I know. The economy took it.
Tell my portfolio.
Yeah, the economy was at such a great place, and now it's down. But I think in time it'll come back. I don't think it'll be nothing instant, especially at this point with everything that's happening. And I mean, obviously, I know you and I were talking the other day. The stock market right now it's hurting.
Oh my god, I can't. We can't even talk about that right now. I sold.
Can we talk real quick? Can we put real quick on the record what happened the other day with you two and that one stock?
All right.
$178 in the bank. Took that home.
What was the stock again? Yeah, so
it was U.S. oil. U.S. oil.
You got U.S. oil. What, like $1.80?
$1.
No, it was $2. No, yeah, $1. No, $2.10 is what I got it for, and I woke up the next morning. It was trading at $21.70.
Ridiculous.
$178.
This guy was so mad.
No,
I was I was mad because I remember Sean and I were literally talking about it the night before.
Yeah.
The night before. He's like, hey, I'm looking at the stock. And I went, and I remember at the time, I was sitting at Walgreens texting him.
He doesn't value your opinion, Sean. You should be offended.
That's not true.
You should be offended by that.
Listen, I was at Walgreens,
and
I was like,
right now, it's all good.
I was like, dang. I was like, all right. So I meant to because that whole day I was spending, remember, looking at stocks.
Right, yeah.
So I was like, okay, I got to go look at this as soon as I get home. And as soon as I stepped in the door or something, it must have just went right out the window. Next morning, Sean, hey, look what I woke up to. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? No. Yeah, that was it was a rough wake up, but I mean it's okay.
It was rough.
I mean a couple months before that I bought Tesla at $640 and sold it I think $940. So I made it and that was within a 2-day span, so not much
I still remember the day I could have bought Tesla for I think it was $329. I still remember that day.
I know
it's a rough one.
I remember looking at Tesla at around the 320 to 330 range, and I was like, do I want to buy this, or is that too high? I'm like, I feel like that's way too high for what Tesla stock is worth right now. And then literally a couple months later, it just shot up like crazy. And I mean, now
what was the highest it got to?
I think 965 or something like
that. Something like that. It was the mid to high nines.
Yeah, it was,
which is unprecedented.
Crazy.
And now it's down to 799. So it's already back down. But
it's our boy Elon right there.
Well, and that's because he said Tesla stock. Yeah, his tweets hurt him, bro. Tesla stock. Well, it hurts his shares. It hurts his shares because he said Tesla stock is way overvalued right now, and then it literally dropped, I think, 15%.
I had a guy at work telling me, it was the other day. He was telling me, he goes, "Oh yeah, you know why Elon tweets like that? It's because so his stock price will go down so he can buy more, and then his stock price will go up and make more money." And I was like, "Dude, you make no sense." People are just emotional. Yeah, I was like, "Come on."
He's like trying to think how Elon how does this mastermind really work?
Money.
How does this dude really work?
Clearly, Elon does not care whether his Twitter affects anything or not, because he's still making waves right now with his Twitter.
Yeah, insane. Yeah,
you see his tweet today?
And everything there. No, I didn't.
He says to take the red pill.
Yeah.
Matrix.
Yep. But
That's
apparently
crazy, but
it's controversial.
Oh, of course. Everything he tweets is controversial. The SEC is going to be calling him next, telling him to step down.
That dude is controversial. Again. Yeah, that was crazy too. When he's like, "Oh, I'm going to take the company private," and everyone lost their minds.
He was threatening to move it out of California. He was going to pull it right out of.
Yeah, he wants to go to Texas. Texas is opened up, and he's ready to go.
Either Austin, Texas, or Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's done with California. It actually looks like.
I think Joe Rogan's moving to Probably.
Possibly.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, I think that insider thing said that he was probably looking at Austin is where he looks like he's going. And I mean, Texas
he's selling all of his material possessions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So it's no surprise. He's on his way out. Yeah. I mean, especially being that big of a company in California. I mean, what California makes off of Elon Musk is just insane, and they're losing. I don't even know. I don't even want to think
so much money.
I don't even want to think about how much money.
Yeah, I can't even think about it. I can't.
Yeah, no.
How that's gonna affect the economy out here? It's crazy. But with like the whole stock market thing, like right now, I thought it was gonna start ticking back up, but I would give it quite a while. I haven't bought anything. I'm holding off on all my buys right now. Everything I was keeping an eye on, I'm like, nah, I gotta stay back.
I was about to put $200 in again, and I was like, and I took it out, and I'm just waiting. I have it in a high interest savings account. I'm like, I'll just let it sit right there for right now.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't even want to push it. So I completely agree. It's too crazy right now. It's up and down and up and down.
It's up, down, left, right.
And I mean,
whichever direction it wants to be.
Yeah, and I'm in to buy it for the long run, but I still don't want to be making bad plays in such an unpredictable market right now. Like
it's not worth it at this point.
No, there's no signs of what's truly happening as of right now. It's ridiculous, but
and for who knows how long that'll even happen.
Yeah, I mean
exactly.
It's ridiculous, man.
Some of like the highest worth stocks, obviously, they're now super low. Like our Boeing, I think what was the low
Boeing 100s down to 122 right now. Let's see, 122.
Yeah,
120 right now is what it's at.
I think it got down to 119 the other day or something. So
yeah,
I mean,
all those
company's worth
lots.
That company's worth at least $300 a share.
Yeah, that whole airline industry tanked right after the I think it was the CEO or one of the executives of GE went on and said he was basically saying that the whole industry could go bankrupt. He was threatening a bankruptcy if nothing happened. So I've been holding off like airline, GE,
That's
Boeing.
Crazy.
Yeah, I've been holding everything.
Yeah, so
industry.
I don't think there's no way that whole industry will go bankrupt. Just because I don't know what we would do. I don't know what
the whole airline industry.
Yeah,
whole thing.
There's no way it can.
I don't know what the world. I don't know what the world would do. I just yeah.
But I mean, then again, nothing that's happened really sounds realistic.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well,
yeah,
that's
nothing. It's like a movie we're living in.
Dude, that's exactly what it is. We are living in the Matrix.
I'm just ready to get back to work. I want my real estate license. I want to be selling real estate. I want to get on that. I was telling him the other day, I was like, dang, I probably could have already bought some property. I could have.
Exactly.
I could have
had some money in the bank.
Yeah.
The amount of time this has been going on, there's so much.
Absolutely.
I mean, consider the amount that we've gotten done here in this period of time alone. Yeah. Well, without all that stuff happening.
And that's the thing. I had 10 people I was working with on either buying or selling a home before all this. Wow. And now who knows what's going to happen. And who knows how many more people I could have met and built relationships with along the way. And now I'm fine with starting back at ground zero. Like I got no problem with it. It's just, who knows what I could have done.
Unfortunately, we all have, a lot of time and a lot to look forward to in the future. So like you said, the whole 40.
Well, the only way.
The whole 40 retiring on the beach and chilling out and making your money.
It's
still
that'll
possible.
happen. It can happen.
You're just gonna have to grind.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a grind, that's for sure.
I've been teaching this kid about credit cards and how to leverage his money a little bit more with those suckers. I mean, they could be the death of someone, but they could also make someone a lot of money in the long run.
Exactly.
That's
especially in real estate. You need credit because you need to leverage your money. You don't want to, if you have $150,000, you don't want to buy a $150,000 home cash. That's not what you want to do. You want to leverage. You want to put 20% down and leverage your money, or even maybe the 3% you do an FHA loan. You say you're going to live in it, and then, oops, I changed my mind.
Yeah,
I'm not living in it no more. Something happened, and so then you put.
And then you buy a couple properties. Yep. 1031 exchange.
Yep. So and
1031 exchange.
You could do 10 FHA loans at the 3% down.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well,
5 to 10.
On
5 to 10. Grant Cardone University.
So did you tell him you were doing that?
Yeah, he actually sent me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Did
you do the trial?
I was on it. I'm tempted to do the $97 a month.
Just get the whole thing.
I'm tempted. It's worth it.
He's gonna. Well, you're gonna use Zoe's, and then I'm gonna let
using Zoe's.
I'm gonna let him use
I'm using my girlfriend's card, and then I'm using Brennan's information, and then I might go back to the 97 a month. But I mean, hey, I might as well get the free extra 28 days.
Hey, get the free while you can. Might as well.
Is it 14 days?
Yeah, 14 days, so 28 days total. Maybe I'll use my mom's too.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll use my dad's.
Grab everybody, might as well, right?
Leverage your money.
Make something up.
That's how I've had Netflix for the past 3 years. I just switch off using people's accounts.
Yeah, I would say right now, especially with COVID and everything going on, everything being locked down, you can't leave your house. You're not supposed to. Got to wear a mask and everything. If it's too difficult and you still want to be active, you still want to keep learning and everything, open up your computer. There's Masterclass. There's Cardone University. There's all these. There's YouTube. If you
get so many resources right in front of you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, there's so many different ways to get started in real estate. YouTube. You can learn everything you need to know on YouTube. Honestly. There is so much content on YouTube nowadays.
Like if you absolutely had to sit down and YouTube was your only resource,
it probably would take you a little bit
longer. But if you really
it would take long, but you would be able to figure it out.
To grind and you found the right information, it's there for sure.
I've pulled off a ton of I use YouTube for everything.
We've sat here for hours at a time and just
went through different things as we were
information.
Working. I mean, that's what we do. Like when we're working, we'll have a YouTube video going up in the background. Graham Stephan or Grant Cardone. So we always have something playing, so that we're just constantly learning. Like if we have any downtime, we have something going, so that we're learning. And then obviously we have books that we're listening to and reading and all those. So there's so many different ways. I mean, books, like you could get nowadays, like there's apps and you pay $5, $10, $15 a month for unlimited books or multiple books. Access to all these books that would usually
let's not forget about what we're on right now. There's podcasts. That's a key one right there.
Yeah, literally as we're making one right now.
Everybody's on podcasts right now. Everybody's on podcasts. Like now, all the exposure and everything. It's crazy. But I mean, even for like the people listening to us right now, they're at home. People that are at home from college right now, just sitting down going like, what's going to happen now? I was going to go get this degree. I was going to go do this.
Right.
I was going to go do that. Y'all need to pick up a book, find yourself, figure out what you're going to do, because everything is going to change after this is over.
Well, yeah. Especially those people that
no matter what,
those people that are unsure of what they want to do right now, especially at our age. And that's completely understandable because we're not that old.
It's not like a big deal to not know what you want to do right now.
But
there are people that are way ahead of us that have quite a few years on us that still don't know what they want to do.
Yeah, but now's that time. Exactly. Now's that time to pick up a book and learn about something that you may end up liking.
Take advantage of the time that we do have.
Take advantage of the time, the downtime.
Most of it, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what
it's gonna be self-work right now.
Soak up. Stop binging your Netflix shows and playing your video games.
You can do that too. You can do both.
But stop binging.
Right. No, manage your time wisely.
Yes.
Manage your time.
I mean, you play video games. You play video games an hour a day or a few hours a week. That's not terrible. I mean, I still wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, that's not terrible. But if you're doing that all day you should definitely pick up a book.
Right.
And even like what I've learned, what I like to do is if I'm driving, if I'm working out, if I have any free time, I'll walk around with an AirPod in my ear and I'm just listening to a book. Or like if I have to do chores around the house, you know what I mean? So that way I'm just doing something.
Yeah.
Because like it's not like
I was driving to work
every
this
moment
morning,
of the day.
I flicked on a podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's what podcasts have been such an essential way of my learning, especially when it came to wholesaling, because of Max Maxwell and Sean Terry, they have both amazing podcasts. And then Joe Rogan, obviously, he's just
we just watch
Joe Rogan's just a super entertaining podcast.
Gotta love Rogan, man. Gotta love Rogan.
Yep.
And then Grant Cardone obviously has his podcast. I've listened to Gary Vee's podcast. Yeah, there's so many different podcasts that you could listen to.
Andy Frisella, I don't know if you guys know him. Andy Frisella is another good one.
I've heard his name. I have not listened to him.
Check him out.
What is
check him out. He's a little vulgar, but check him out.
Or what does he do?
It's about self-improvement.
Okay.
Like how to be the best version of yourself.
All right.
And he does it's called 45 Hard. It's like 45 days. You have to follow a very strict routine. And it's supposed to train your mind, your body, your soul, everything, to be.
Have you done this 45 day?
Have you done it?
Curious.
What's that? I have not. Obviously, you can tell I haven't hit the gym, nothing like that. So, no 45-day challenge.
So it has to do with working out or? The flexion of the muscles or?
Yeah, it's it's a gym, nutrition, diet, or reading. You have to read a certain amount of time. It's crazy. I would definitely check it out.
I'm going to check it out. So
we'll look into it.
Yeah, send me the full name. We could link the podcast too in the description. Of everything that we post tomorrow for everyone. So that way they could take a look at it too, because that sounds pretty interesting. And even obviously, I'm always looking at ways to further improve myself, make myself more efficient, and obviously, I'm always trying to find more ways to be efficient. And that's even, I had a friend one time and they told me, I was literally just eating steak. It was hilarious. And they're like, Peyson, you literally have to find a way to make every single thing you do efficient. I was like, what do you mean? And everyone was cutting one piece of steak, eating one bite, cutting one piece of steak, eating a bite. Where by the time they cut a couple pieces,
I cut everything. Chopping it up
it was all chopped up. And I was just going
did you have your mom
eating?
Yes. Yeah. My mom came over there after we grilled and she was feeding me the food, bro. It was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. Super efficient. So she was feeding me. I was reading a book. Life was great. But no, you have to find ways to be efficient.
Yeah. No, you're
right. Or even
obviously
we were talking about we're going to play golf and hey, we might try and find some business while playing golf. Maybe that will pay for
business and
exactly where you want to do it.
Maybe that'll pay for our golf sessions. Not even just one, maybe a few
it might pay for the golf sessions for the rest of your life. You never know. That's why you got to talk to people. That's why you got to talk to people. Honestly.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I miss that social interaction with just people throughout the day. I miss that.
It's
that
weird
common
now though.
Because we're doing it at Starbucks even through the drive-thru, but we just don't have that same amount of time that we had before because it's a drive-thru only.
Have you seen anyone, Sean, that you haven't been able to like you've seen someone that you're super close to and you see them for the first time during this whole COVID thing and you can't hug them or shake their hand or anything?
I haven't had that experience.
Oh, it's the worst thing ever.
Honestly.
It's the worst thing in the world. Yeah.
It's a weird experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just.
Yeah, you totally blank. I feel like I saw someone recently that I hadn't seen in forever, went to shake their hand and nope, can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, the bad thing for me is I'm always shaking hands. So I even caught myself today shaking somebody's hand. I'm not even kidding. It's just such a habit of me having my hand out.
Yeah,
I'm done with something.
Well, because that's how you make that connection with someone, you know? Yeah, that's how you make that connection is whether you start it or you end it or it's not friendly. You can't establish that connection at all by
because
elbows with people.
It looks like you're about to take out their eye or something.
Or I've had to see family members recently that I just stand 6 feet away from them and can't hug them.
What's the
thing
anything. About
it's weird
for me inside the retail environment, trying to do sales and everything. And
right.
Everyone's wearing masks
with your mask on and
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm trying to show you a product, or I'm trying to show you something, but I can't have you touch it, but you can look at it.
Yeah,
you're also supposed to find a way to like show them whatever you're showing them without.
You're 6 feet away from them. Can you see this on the phone? Can you see this? Can you see this?
Do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy
Look,
that?
I'll zoom in for you.
Yeah,
that's why we can't wait for
someone to spend $1,000 without showing them the actual product. It's
exactly.
It's crazy, but we're making it work.
Yeah, no, I bet.
And I mean, at least you guys can have like people inside the store and like you can like talk to people like that. Like we can't wait for the Starbucks to open up that we're working at because man, it is like, so lame just doing drive-through orders, not being able to see people walking in and out.
Hey, for anyone listening, if you're in the Valley, 111 and Simon.
111 and Simon. We work there. Payson's dumb sister works there. I think Hamilton, for those that know him, is going to work there. We're going to get the whole crew over there. Sean stops by. So
oh, wow. Yeah.
Y'all can say hi to him in the drive-thru.
I have to get my cold brew. In the morning.
The nitro cold brew?
It's the only way.
See, I'm just straight espresso, basically. I want just straight espresso shots. Like,
I grew up on Americanos.
I love Americanos. That's how I grew up, bro.
That's so gross to me.
That's how I grew up. I just venti iced Americanos like every day.
2-3 shots of espresso.
Oh, it is disgusting.
The venti's 4.
How do you make it?
It's 4 shots of espresso, water to the top line, ice.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna show up to work tomorrow, and I'll be making the espressos. I'll be making the Americanos in the morning for you.
That's all you're gonna do all day. Just make.
That's gonna be my job.
This is our new hire. He just is here to make Americanos. That's all he's doing.
Dude, he would get up at like whatever time before school every single day, drive through Starbucks and get his iced Americano. And he literally every day he'd wake up extra early to do that before school. I remember him coming to school one day and I was like, let me try that. You get it every single day and you wake up as early as you do for it. That must be hella good if you're going to spend that much money and that much time of your day every single day.
I don't always spend the money.
Whatever.
I don't always have
to go get that drink. And you were drinking it before you worked there. So yeah, you were spending the money. And
well, no, at that time before I worked there, that was my mom. My mom was helping.
Whatever. Either way, money was being spent and it was being wasted on.
Since working at Starbucks, what do you now think of coffee? Because I feel like your opinion
on
coffee
it's changed. I do like coffee.
He can drink black coffee. He actually likes.
That's more like it.
But never would I spend my money on an iced Americano every single day ever.
Right now I'm getting the Starbucks double shot on ice, which is 5 shots of espresso. No classic.
So probably not as enjoyable. No. So probably even worse.
No, that's what you're better. Saying. I think it's better actually. A little more flavor because I put just a little splash of 2%. Like not like not enough to change the color or anything. But
I remember when the Nitro Cold Brew first came out, and I went to Starbucks, drank one, I was like, I love it. So I go back the next day, I was like, can I get that in a venti? And they're like, sorry, we don't serve that in a venti because that's too much caffeine. And I was like, oh, my bad. Can I get a shot of espresso in it then? I have to get all my caffeine. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can do a grande, a nitro cold brew in a grande cup, or you could do it in a venti cup with ice if you wanted to do that. Yeah, you could do it in a venti cup with ice because then it might stay cold longer too. I know the nitro's cold, but it only stays cold for so long.
Yeah, it's good.
So that's another way. But I personally have loved working at Starbucks for all the connections I have made and the people, because all those people that, like I said, the 10 people that I had that either wanted to buy or sell a home,
or your coworkers.
Yeah, or my coworkers.
Yeah.
But all these people
out there though
were all just customers that I had in Starbucks, and I would just get to talking to them about life, and all of a sudden I end up finding out that they want to buy or sell a home.
Right.
And I'm like,
exactly.
Well, I'm getting my real estate license.
And
what a coincidence.
And there you go.
Yeah. Right? So, and that's what's so cool is you could do it in any stage. Like even if, because obviously we're young, we don't have a ton of money, but you could start out anywhere. If you know what you want to do and you have that goal and you have that path set up for yourself, you can make it happen wherever you're at. You just got to keep working towards it. And like, there's no place that's really going to limit you. Like if you're and exactly like, I know Sean at Target, he'll tell me, he's like, I just met this new guy today, like potential deal coming up.
Yeah, I know,
like,
all my business cards.
Yeah.
All my business cards here.
Yeah, I think I don't know where I'm keeping all my business cards at, but it's probably about that thick right now.
I was like, I was just checking to see where I put mine at, and I'm like, geez, I hope I didn't lose them.
Yeah. Well, you can meet so many people through these jobs. And I mean, obviously I don't plan on working this type of job forever, but I mean, it is coming in handy right now when it comes to talking to people and especially even just getting used to that.
Well, you were even telling me, like, when I was planning on getting my license, you know, when we were in San Diego. Oh, cool. Yeah, but you were telling me when I was in San Diego, you know, working on possibly getting my license and starting to study up a little bit and stuff. You were saying, you know, just go sit outside, like, while you're studying or whatever on campus. Like, just be out, you know, in a place where you can talk to people, because being able to, just start a conversation with someone, simply saying hi might turn into, you know,
well, and that's what
whatever else.
So I was telling him, obviously so many first years are wanting to go into their second year, and they want to go live in an apartment or in a house with a friend or something. You get what I mean?
There's no way.
Rent. All these people are wanting to rent all these homes at the end of the year. They don't want to do the dorms anymore. The dorms are terrible. I'm like, you're going to find so many people that are wanting to get out of their dorms and their whatever you want to call them when you live at school besides dorms. I guess
apartments, dorms, on-campus housing.
Yeah, the on-campus housing. People want to get out of it. They want to get out of and you could be, even if you're just doing rentals, you could still make a ton of money if you do a bunch of rentals.
Exactly.
Right.
And especially, and maybe because you're in San Diego too, you could find some higher end rentals, and those are going to make you a lot of money. And then
the highest end.
you could turn those renters, obviously, once they get out of college, maybe they want to buy a house, and they're like, hey, I had this awesome real estate agent back in college, and he actually went to my college. Let's call him and see if he can now find us a house.
Let's call him and see if he can find us a house. Yep.
Yeah. So that's what
you just got
to position yourself.
Exactly.
You got to position yourself to talk to people no matter where you're at. And that's
which I don't have a problem with doing.
Go sit on a bench. Go sit at Starbucks.
Neither of you guys do either, which is why y'all are going to do so awesome once you guys can get started.
For everyone listening, like, I was never like what's the word? I wasn't shy. Okay, so like in high school, in school or whatnot, like I wasn't a popular kid or anything like that. I was quite shy, like, you know, not much of a talker, anything like that. And they would totally come out of school and it'd be like a whole different story for myself. It's crazy. It's like, for everybody listening, if you feel some type of way, like, just start out and go talk to people. The worst thing that can happen is they can say no or screw off or something like that. That's the worst thing that can happen.
And if they say yes, you're getting a commission.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. You're getting a %. That's what matters.
Yep, 100%.
Well, and that's like, even I know I used to not be the most outgoing person. I definitely had to build it up over the years.
I mean, in high school, if we started high school together and we decided, you know, freshman year of high school, we wanted to start this podcast right now, I don't think you'd want to do that.
No, I guarantee I probably wouldn't have wanted to
I'd probably do something like this by myself without you.
Yeah, he's always been like this.
And now it's like, I feel like this guy's like more excited to talk to people and get himself out there than I am, which is saying a lot, because I feel like I used to like demand attention.
So,
for sure.
Sean, I definitely appreciate you coming on this podcast today.
Yeah, thank
Especially
you guys.
Man, we appreciate it.
We had Sean last minute, but this dude's clutch. I mean, we're gonna be probably potential business partners, real estate partners. We'll probably be doing a whole lot of stuff in the future, and obviously we'll be posting a lot of stuff we do. Oh yeah,
for sure.
We'll be showing a lot of people what to do, and we'll be making a lot of money doing it. So we definitely appreciate you.
Yep, we're stoked to have you back.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks,
Appreciate it. Nice to see you, man. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So we appreciate you, and we hope you're staying safe, and we hope you're still making that money, and
keep driving through our store too. So
keep driving through our store.
Of course.
Cool. Cool.
So, well, we'll go ahead and head out because it's getting pretty late now, and I'm early nighttime.
This guy's gonna turn this stuff off and go to bed right now. So,
well, and then wake up at 4 o'clock.
He's going to bed. He's gonna go to bed.
I'm going to study, but I'll get into bed and study. So,
all right, Sean. Well, thank you.
All right, Sean. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Have a good one. Yep. Thank you.
Later.
Yeah.